Yo, Joe. Talking comics, here's your host. It's A Real American Brian.
I'm back, and I brought Jonny back too. He joined us. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool. Man, you're official now.
I know, I'm moving up in the world. I got like cool little tricks and stuff now.
Hey, wait, is that your producer doing that, or are you doing that?
That's my producer's my right hand.
Oh, okay. Well, plenty of jokes we can go there. I'll leave it for a show.
Yeah, so Jonny's back. He sent a book to CBCS, and he's going to fill us in on it. It's probably a book, if you're a big fan of the channel, if you watched all the videos, you may have seen it before. But I'm going to kind of turn things over to him and let him tell us the story of this cool book he's sharing.
Yeah, thank you, Real American Brian. If I miss any details, feel free to chime in. I think I have COVID-21 right now. It's one more. So if I miss anything, I'm a little messed up. I got an email or message from you months ago saying, I'm paraphrasing. You talk differently than this, but it was something to the effect of, I know you're a Garth Ennis fan. He's doing what's the name of Signature Verified?
CGC Signature Series, in-house signing.
Okay, see, I knew you knew the full name. And then that was fresh off you getting the Todd McFarlane one. So I think you felt good about your process enough to recommend me to do it, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So I saw that and I'm thinking, okay, so many options. They got to have the book received by February 17th. I'm pretty sure I heard about it from you just after it was announced. It was like either halfway through December or like 20th or so. So, at this point, 2 months to figure it out and get the book to CGC. So I'm thinking about, do I want to submit a Preacher book? Because that was my first taste of Garth Ennis back in the day. Something from The Boys. I have a really cool John Jang Homelander cover through PGX, but I thought that could be kind of cool. So many other options too, maybe even a Punisher from Garth Ennis. I decided to click a link inside the CGC page talking about it. And there was a link to Dynamite, who's not, re-releasing The Boys, I guess you can call it. It's like they're re-releasing issue 1 and and the hype of the show and all that kind of stuff. So there's a bunch of good ones. There's some definitely ones that are too hot for this channel, I'd say. But the one I got was a picture of the whole crew, Billy Butcher, everybody kind of looking down, leaving. It was a Virgin cover as well, and it was a variant of the first issue, leaving a ton of space in the top right in black because MM, the character, really big dude, all black, and it was like, wow, perfect place to have Garth Ennis sign. So that was linked from CGC's site to go to Dynamite to order it. $30, cool. I forgot what shipping was, not ridiculous. I'm thinking, okay, you know what? This is good. I feel good about it. It's kind of like instead of trying to scramble to find a comic I have, let's get one that is coming straight from the publisher and do what I've done before that I may not do before, is that, like, don't even touch it. I don't want my grubby paws on a lot of things. I'm probably going to rethink that strategy in the future. But my thought is, if one less person flips through it, then that's fine. I don't need to reread it again. Read it a bunch. I just wanted the cover straight from them, and I knew it was going to look good. They packed it well, that kind of thing. So I saw it, looked good. Added it to my pile of things to already. Oh, sorry. Geez, I left out a huge thing. Sorry, I told you. I think I just COVID-24 now. I'm up. I went up. I left out a huge thing. Jeez, the whole point of the story. I ordered the issue in December, and I didn't hear anything, and it said back ordered. And I was waiting, and then I waited a couple of weeks, sent him an email, didn't hear back. A couple of weeks, sent him an email, made a phone call, didn't hear back. We're now getting to the beginning of February, and I basically told Dynamite, just cancel this. There's no way I'm going to get it from you in time to then get it to CGC in time. It was like, February 5th or so. I'm like, let's just cancel it. And I'm, kind of irritated at that point. So I didn't even want to take part in the signing anymore. I didn't want to go through my box to try to find one because I had my heart set on what I wanted to get out of this. So then I just give up. And I cry to you in our little side chat about it all the time. And then on February 21st, so 4 days after CGC is supposed to receive the books for the Garth Ennis signing, I get the book in my possession. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, because I wasn't, like, I don't know if I was mad because I never got a refund from it. They never replied. They never said sorry. They didn't say we're going to refund it. So it just showed up. I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to get in that signing, but it is a cool cover. I don't want to let it spoil anything. I'm just going to send it off to get graded. So I sent that boy's cover to CGC with about 4 other books that is on your channel somewhere else, probably floating around somewhere. And knowing I was going to get it graded. I'm thinking, like I said earlier, I didn't touch it and go through it. I barely looked at it. In fact, the day it came, I saw a shipping notification in my UPS informed delivery that said from Dynamite. And that's when I was like, what the hell? Why would I be getting this? So I knew I wasn't going to get it in time for the signing, but I just wanted to basically get it off my plate, get it in my hands, get it off, put it with the other one. So I basically had a box ready to go with 4 other comics, just waiting to throw that one on there, fill out my order form, send it off to CGC. And that's what I did on February 21st. I've had amazing good luck with CGC getting things back in a very timely manner. A couple of weeks, I think it was, maybe 3 weeks, I believe. When did we do that last episode? Was it about a month ago, mid-March?
The middle of March sounds right.
Yeah. So 3 weeks from sending it to getting it back. That's pretty cool. And we shot a video, you and I, and you wanted to unveil it. And you then told me, oh, it's a green label. And I was like, what's a green label? Sounds awesome. I'm a big green fan. You're like, it's not awesome. You don't want a green. But it was a 9.8. So it was like bittersweet, if you will. And at that point, you presented me kind of what would you do? Like that TV show when someone's getting beat up. You're like, would you jump in? And you were like, what? I said, what would you do? And you said, well, you always love a good story, and you like more content for your channel, so you probably would try to get to the bottom of it, figure out why it's green, and take whatever next steps. So you and I are perusing it, and I'm thinking, I don't know why it's green. It's not signed. Oh, and the note on the green label said, name written in marker on cover. And then my first thought was the artist, Derek Robertson, writes his signature on art is like this little box. I'm like, well, it's not marker. He drew it. That's what it is. I'm like, I don't get it. And I don't know if it was the reflection that day or whatever it was, but then you and I kind of discover there actually was a signature on the book on the bottom right. And we are trying to decide who it is. So it's not Garth Ennis. I didn't see a G. I saw a D, so I'm thinking cover artist Derek Robertson, which is pretty awesome. However, that's why I got the green label. You send an autographed book to CGC, and it's not part of their authentic signing. They aren't going to authenticate that signature.
Yep, and I'll go ahead and pop an image of that comic in here too, so you
Okay.
can see about back from CGC.
At that point, you and I, because I might ask you stuff on the side, and you're always like, nah, save it for the channel. Save it for the show. You don't want to give me your secrets on the side. You want to, on the spot, talk about some options. And that's what we did. And I said, what do you think I should do? And you're like, well, you can send it to CBCS to get the signature verified. And I said, well, I don't want to crack it open. I want them to see the 9.8. And you're like, they're not going to care that it's 9.8. I'm like, but it's kind of like, like in court when they say strike that from the record. Like, I already heard it. You can't strike it from the record. Like, yes, I already heard it. You can't strike it, So my thought is, if they see this 9.8 come in, wouldn't they just say, oh, and then from CGC too? I mean, would you think they would just use that as a method of, yeah, we should give it the same thing, or do you think it's not even a thing?
I don't think so. I think it's probably a different person that cracks it out and cuts it out and then hands it over to someone that's doing the grading.
Oh, so the person who actually saw it isn't even the grader.
Yeah, probably not.
All right. Well, I sent it anyway because at the very least, it's protected, in the box and everything. So I sent that to CBCS just after that show. I think even before it aired, right after we recorded. I packed it up, sent it off to him. It was. Do you want to talk about like cost and all that stuff? You know. I don't.
If you want to get into your review of CBCS, I've never used them myself. I've bought some stuff after it's already been done, but
I'll give a review after I see the grade. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I mean, okay, I get what you're saying. You're saying grade their customer service, but I'm like, well, I'm a whole package kind of guy. If you don't give me a 9.8, I don't like you. So, and it's currently, here.
Okay.
All right. So that's it. Just pulled out of the box, an unboxing. And it was $55, I believe, or $52, then plus shipping. Whatever the breakdown is, it was $70, including shipping. So we're talking about a $70 fee here, plus my cost to ship it to them. And the book that I bought was $30. And the cost of the CGC grading, which was $24. I don't really count shipping because I was signing with other books. So now I'm in for, 100 and, I don't know, 50, $60 now. The Garth Ennis signature would have been, I think, $75 and plus shipping and shipping to them and the book. So that would have been $105. But, I try to, look at the bright side of things and also talk about, well, getting the artist to sign his cover that's super well known, that's pretty awesome. And I'll have another chance at some point to get something from Garth Ennis.
Well, and in the future, there's the possibility of getting Garth Ennis to sign that same book as well.
Yeah. Another crack open, another set of paws on it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the easiest thing, but it's an option.
Yeah. So the other funny thing is, I should probably note, when I got the book originally, and I just put it in the box with the other CGC stuff, I didn't really look at it because I assumed it was a brand new, fresh copy. I didn't notice the signature. I should have taken pictures, like you said, and I should have also really looked at the quality because I'm thinking, how could it be nicked corners? Now I know that could have been because when you send something to get signed, anything could happen. But I didn't even do that. I just put it in. It was still a 9.8 with the green. So that was a good sign that, it's funny though, because wait a minute. And let me just clarify one bit in the story. Sorry, cold medication. I don't know who sent me the signed book. I didn't mention that earlier. I don't know if it came from Dynamite. Yeah, someone wrote on my book. I don't know. That's what it wrote. It's like someone wrote on my book. That's the episode. I don't know if it came from Dynamite or it came from CGC because I didn't take any pictures of it before I sent them. That's why you said always take pictures of everything and fully examine everything before you send it. I just thought, well, it's like brand new, so I'm just going to put it in the box, ready to go. I don't know. That's a mystery. I don't know if Dynamite felt bad about the delays and sent me a signed book, or if CGC, while they're in the midst of doing a Garth Ennis signing around the same time, somehow got a different signature from my...
Well, there was someone that commented on that video and said that they had a situation like that with Dynamite before, and they sent them a signed book as like an apology. So.
That's right. And then I asked him, that viewer, did they tell you? And he's like, no, they just sent it. So yeah, based on that precedent, it's probably from Dynamite. Would have been great to get an email or a phone call.
Right. Yeah.
I emailed them 4 times and called twice.
What if you didn't want the book signed and they sent that? Like,
right.
Well, thanks. That's nice for some people, but not for me.
Right. And it took me a second because I didn't know. I mean, there's still a small chance that it's not Derek Robertson, that it's somebody else with a DR name. It could be, David Robinson, former San Antonio Spur. I don't know. The Admiral. I don't know. Hey, it's a G.I. Joe tie-in. I love that. The Admiral. I don't know. I assumed it is. It looks like a D and an R, but yeah. So did I miss anything? And now that I went back and added a few.
I don't think so. I think that's the history of the book, and now we get to the exciting part of seeing it back from CBCS. So you don't know the grade or anything at all?
I don't know. I got a notification, and then I logged in just to get a shipping, like a tracking number, and it's kind of like me with spoilers on TV shows. Like I'm kind of looking, but I'm not looking. Yeah. I don't want to see anything, but I kind of want to see a little something. I want to know, like, oh, Jack Black, like, whoa. And then, but I don't want to know what happened. You know what I mean? So for me, it was almost I didn't want to see the grade, but I kind of didn't mind poking around for fun.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any grade. They didn't list it anywhere. At least nowhere I can see on the login. The login basically said the invoice and the tracking number and the order number, and we sent it out on this day. That was it. And no other pending books, just status of anything else if I had anything else.
Did you mention what the turnaround time was?
Oh, I did not. Thank you. Very quick. So we probably recorded that episode in mid-March, and I got it today.
So
I think that's
basically.
I think that's pretty quick for a signature verify.
Yeah, for sure. I know their turnaround times had gotten really long for a while, but then probably right around that time they sent an update out saying, we got things fixed, we got a new routine, and things are turning around faster. So definitely sounds like it. Yeah,
I think I was happy to see that is ready to go. I got a message about a week ago saying they're getting it ready for shipping. So that was nice to hear. And I think, are we ready for the unveiling?
I think so.
Okay. I'm going to take it off one article of clothing at a time. Like, cue the burlesque music. Let's open it from the back. A lot of tape, so forgive my awkwardness in a second. One more. Okay. Wrapped pretty good. There was paper in the box, and I saw it. Review forthcoming. Wow, this is all right. Okay, so this is the back. It is the Robertson Virgin Variant. This is the front. And the signature is right down here. Let's take out one last wrapper. 9.6. Not a 9.8, but verified signature. Worth it to drop by 0.2 for a verified?
Yeah.
I would say so.
I mean, if you're just looking at it strictly as a value standpoint, those green labels kill books.
Yeah. I think I'm okay with it because would you say most signed books are usually people focus on 9.6 anyway?
I don't know. I mean, people do what they're going to do. I know personally, I care less about grades on signed books than unsigned books because it's more about the signature than having a pristine book anymore.
Yeah. So having that signature in there, and it is verified, and I'm okay with it because I'm waiting on a signed John Jang book that's a Last Ronin cover that I bought with verified signature, and that's going to be guaranteed a 9.6 or greater. So my thought was, it was from Big Town Collectibles. My thought was maybe that's the standard for, like, no one's going to guarantee you're going to get a 9.8. But that's going to be a CGC 9.8. So I wonder if this was verified through CGC with a signature, would it have kept the 9.8 from them?
Well, I mean, it's impossible to tell because if it went through the signature process with Garth Ennis, then you have 2 or 3 more people handling the book and handing it off. And
yeah. Well, this is my first CBCS book total. I've got about 43 or so slabs. Who's counting? And I'm happy with this. It was a fun surprise and a fun journey that you got to watch along with me. And I'm happy with this, happy with their service. They kept me posted on, shipping and processing, all that kind of stuff throughout all of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing the whole process with us as well.
Yeah, no problem. Now to crack it open and try the next one. You keep cracking them open. So now I want to send it again for another $70. Get that 9.8. No, I'm happy with it. So nice addition to the collection. And my first verified signature. But yeah, I don't think I have anything outside the one I'm waiting on. That's my first one. So for a first one, to have the journey with it, as opposed to just buying it straight off, it's kind of a fun way to get it done.
Yeah, it's nice. It looks cool. I would be happy with it.
Well, I'm not going to give it to you. I mean,
that's fine.
I mean, you know, if I get COVID 27 and I don't make it, then you can have it. I'll give instructions to my wife. But no, it's cool. I think I wouldn't mind doing this again. And if I get another accidentally signed book, I'll do it again.
Right on.
It'd be funny if it's like verify 9.6 David Robinson. Like, oh, knew it was him. I don't know what he's doing now. No.
Well, thank you again, and I'm sure you'll be back to do some more Slab and Tell maybe in the future or something else.
I love me some Slab and Tell. Great new segment. I'm not going to ask for any money for coming up with it. Your channel, your show. I'm just your other guy here.
All right. Well, thank you again.
So long from Brian. Until next time, same Brian time, same Brian channel.